Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos noches, mi amigos, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK, I'll be your caster and cameraman for today, and I am not running solo, I'm running with, once again, Ninal. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. We do have a great South American matchup here: Hokori versus Vaso de Leche. We've kind of been discussing who this Vaso de Leche squad is. We can get that into that a little bit more once the roster rundown begins. But for now, the boom comes out. Smoking Pole is good into a Hunter Charger, kind of awkward, but it will still be a good 7%, so they can't be too upset. Getting a 7%er against Hokori right out the gate here on Pacifice.
Yeah, that's pretty big damage
Hey,
coming
we
out.
were
Looking at some of these people before the game started, and some of these accounts don't match up with exactly who they are. It looks like they only have one original member from Vaso de Leche, and that's Cannoli. If my eyes see correctly.
Yeah, we can. Well, first of all, I thought it was insane that Shockwave jumps into the side room here at the souvenir shop, starts blocking spawns already, and they're able to completely shut down the souvenir shop hit. Some really nice movement from Hokori. And yeah, we know Cannoli is Cannoli. We know Afterlife is 5150, who I believe corresponds with life. But where is Pee Wee? I'm not sure. But yeah, we got Ox Mickey and Picasso in their place. Spit not going to be able to combine. Okay, the smoke falls up. Get some good spit damage onto Shinsu, specifically Shinsu down to 43 HP as the tank is going to be coming in here shortly. Grizz with 97, everyone else 96 or below.
I know your mic is away from your mouth. I don't know if you have it on top of your head or away. It sounds like you're pretty far.
No, just
There you go.
some.
There you go.
Yeah, just some mic voodoo. Yeah, no problem.
You're crystal clear. All
Great.
right, but like you said, Cannoli does have the first tank, and look at this, Null. They are kind of stuck in the corner. There is no running back with the 50-some% tank, and that car is in a pretty good position, I would have to say here, Null. No boomer, though. The rock was a little early. I'd like to see that rock come out and the boomer spawn at the same time the rock's on its way in, but
Yeah.
more or less just a stack to make sure they have the spawns they want, I would say.
Alrighty. I mean, I'm actually really excited for this tank on Hokori's side. I think the last time that we casted Hokori was on Pacifice, and I think it was against Sangre Nueva. And we saw a pretty damn ridiculous rock tank at the spot. Cannoli's going to be trying his best to mimic that, but as the charge comes out with no rock, he is looking like he's going to be going second pass, quick fast in a hurry here, and he does go second pass. And he's taking a lot of chip as well without be able to get too much damage in. So this rock strat not working out according to plan, and he is just going to full commit here with it. With a Jockey Hunter Smoker as he climbs up, goes for his car. Decent first smack. Survivor is so close, yet so far away from that car. Trying to corral them into the car. Hunter is good, but Nick is going to try to slide by him there. The double smack to send him into outer space, but all the SIs are dead. Trying to play around the car the best he can. Hail Mary's not working out. Another great attempt. Almost finding Coach after he had already popped the pills. That would have been huge. But alas, it was not meant to be. Down goes Cannoli. 3/4 of the bonus lab. Quite a scoreline here for Hokori.
Yeah, they're looking very good right here, Nine. They have not taken a lot of damage from the tank. The support was a little bit jank. Unfortunately, the tank tried to corral a survivor who was pound separated, but Grizz got by to get the clear. So not much comes out of it. A triple boom proxy. Free spit will just do some delaying. Not much damage comes out. And I do believe they sack it to a quad. And man, right now, Vaso de Leche about to yield a massive score to Hokori if they don't do some damage with this quad coming up here now. Look at that, almost 800 point delta on top of the 500 distance. Very impressive.
This is a pretty interesting spot to have a quad. Oh, hold on. I see a spitter in the mix. Okay, they're going to send it in. Hunter's spit does land, but I mean, it's just going to be peanuts here. The spit, even the spit itself, just landing on the corner of Coach. So they're going to be able to walk out of it, about 5% after a hit or two. And the thing is, Hokori has demonstrated that they can make such fast pace through the remainder of this chapter 1 here, that they should be able to walk in without this hit even coming out. I mean, we see them coming in right now, Jockey Charge or Boomer. They're going to do what they can, but Hokori can just hold W, walk it in, lock it up. So I don't know if Vaso de Leche realized it, but they did only have one hit left at that point. I would have liked to see it maybe be saved for this area. But, sometimes the pace for Hokori, you can't predict it.
No, exactly no. And look at the points they put up, 1264 for one chapter. We casted some tournament matches where a team would get that in 3 chapters, but right now, Hokori has it after 1.
Right.
On Pacifice. They're going to force Vaso de Leche to have to perform top-notch here, or else they're in danger of going down a lot of points. Now, one thing, now, is Pacifice does have the ability for comebacks through the chapters worth quite a bit of points. 500, 600, 500, 8, or 700. It's a pretty good amount of points for each chapter, plus a finale worth 800 distance. But if you go to that finale, you do have 3 tanks to deal with, and that is very, very difficult to make up points on that finale.
Yeah, I think one of the videos that you show before the stream starts, the radioactive one, I think it shows the Pacifice finale with like 3 tanks running at the survivors at one time, and that's pretty accurate for the Pacifice finale. It's pretty damn difficult to be able to survive all of those tanks in a row and still make it in with some kind of bonus. So we'll see how close Vaso de Leche can make it after Chapter 1. They're going to need a good tank, but, I mean, it goes back to what I was saying. Hokori absolutely ran circles around their opponent at this spot on Chapter 1, on Pacifice, with this tank. And, we'll see if they can do it again, if they can replicate that same success with the rocks, SIs perfectly timed. And, if they can make it work, it's going to put Vaso de Leche in a pretty big deficit. But we got a hit to deal with right here. 100 Smoker Charger, boom. Looks like we got some spawns above. Charge got a rocket spawn in as the Smoker lands. Charge not going to find it. Hunter will get in for a brief moment. It will mop it up, getting about 4.5% onto Vaso de Leche.
Yeah, it looks pretty normal there as far as damage output. Considering the charge spit really wasn't able to get much of anything. But regardless, actually the spitter didn't do anything because there wasn't one, but still, I'm just saying, they can really set up here good. And Vaso de Leche didn't blast through this like Hokori did, just like you were saying. This is something that you were talking about, how fast the Hokori pace is. But now Hokori has their SI set up, and they have to take this choke point, even though there's going to be no common infected. The SI can spring the trap when they feel it's ready to do so. And seeing how well the survivors can spread out to avoid the special infected. Look at this Charger, look at this Boomer. Oh, they're going to spawn in between. Charger will land. Does not get a slam. He's cleaned up. Jockey lands. Gets cleaned up pretty quickly. Still, the damage is going out. 1% of damage above the perfect bonus. And it looks like they're going to walk into the tank with this. But one thing to note here, now, there's a lot of common chasing from behind. I don't know how much is going to come into play when they spawn tank up, but there's at least 8 common infected running still inside the building behind them.
Okay. There should have been... I thought there was a spit on that hit, but I didn't see it. Maybe it got popped or something. But regardless, we got another spit follow-up. Charge will land. The other SI is getting mopped up quite gracefully, but the atom bomb of that hit, the Charger landing alongside the spit. And that will be... I mean, it's 10% crazy to say. I feel like that's got to be like 5. But more importantly, we had was that chip attempt onto Shinsu. It's not going to work. Vaso de Leche, 3 members unloading a full clip there, but Shinsu's still on 6K. And the question is, are we going to see a different approach now that Hokori is up against a stronger team? Or are they going to continue the rock play? It looks like it's going to be the rock attempt. SI is not really in sync with the first volley of rocks, but Shinsu is going to be able to get many more attempts at this if he trades his life MK.
Yeah, I love the Boomer attempt. I don't know if you realize what happened. The Boomer messed up and all. They tried to time the rock and have the Boomer jump in front of the rock to proxy on the survivors. That was really close to working. but the Boomer got caught up on top and hit the little lip on the awning above them, so it was unsuccessful. But that's an interesting strategy I like to see there, trying to use the Tank Boomer combo to see if you can get a proxy onto the Survivor team, which is pretty impressive to see. I like that attempt and all, but time's running out, and look at this, Sinshu has not got his car in. He's going to commit without it. This is very interesting. They tried it. No, Boomer's just sacks, but I don't know now. Maybe he goes back for the car now, but it was interesting to see that he's not trying to bring it in. What do you think of this? Okay.
He traded a lot of life and still doesn't get any rocks. But yeah, he's going to bring in that car eventually.
It's in. And it looking dangerous. He's losing a couple of percentage of rage. He actually... Nope. It's in. Mickey is separated from his team right now. I don't like this. This is bad for Mickey. Mickey's going to get pounced. He's got to get away from it, and he chooses to do so. They're able to clear him. Oh, this turns out pretty big. He misses the punch on the car, but they're going. He misses again. They get the clear. He still misses him. Oh, my goodness. The Survivor's jumping around the car. Shinsu gets one punch, another punch onto Mickey, and it finally dies off. And it looks like Vaso de Leche here, no. Wow, was that close from being disastrous for them, but no win caps go out, and we have a match here, no. We have a game.
Yeah, I mean, corners can just work so strangely with cars sometimes. Ox Mickey gets to survive with his life. I'm sure he's very happy about that. We've got, it looks like Hokori wants a stairwell hit, and when you think about how fast they make it through the tail end of Chapter 1, it makes sense why they want to catch this in now, even without a charger. That being said, beautiful one-shotter by Cannoli. Jockey will land and try to bring back into the spit for a brief moment, but I mean, they've got a very competitive scoreline here. If they can walk in with this, there's going to be at least one more hit for Hokori. But yeah, kind of an interesting tank. Definitely not playing out as well as it did for them last time around. So you got to hand it to Vaso de Leche that the wheels have not fallen off the bus after Chapter 1. If they can survive this next hit or two, we've actually got a quad. I mean, it's ready to go. Okay, you're going to send it in here. Hunter lands, Smoker lands. That's going to be it. Very brief caps. And back to the drawing board.
And they're going to probably leave the Smoker alive. Okay, no, they're going to have to kill it. They didn't want to because they wanted to make sure it was alive for the 2-2 coming in afterwards. But now, no, it's only going to be 3 cappers. They're not going to be able to hit with a full set of spawns. They'll definitely hit with 3, as long as Vaso de Leche pushes the envelope here. I believe they only have to take 3 more spawns now. Boomer, nothing. Now only 2. They're not going to slow down. It's only a charged spit. And can they even get up on the roof in time? The charger didn't make the jump. Here he comes. Rockets out. Melted. Wow. Jockey, nothing. Spit delay. And that is Vaso de Leche going to put up 12-36. We have a 30-point game after 1 chapter of Pacifice. What a nail-biter we're going to have for this game. Actually, I'm sorry. I was off by 100 points now, but we have a 130-point game after 1.
Yeah, you got to hand it to Vaso de Leche, keeping it very close with Hokori here after 1 chapter. But I just want to think back to Hokori's movement after the first hit came out. I think that there's so much that can be learned from Hokori. I know we're kind of Hokori fans and stans, but regardless, I think it's for good reason. I mean, the way that Hokori set one member on top of the truck, jump into the side window, start cleaning out commons, start blocking spawns at the same time. I just thought it was a really interesting play. It's not really something maybe people have seen that before. Maybe that's a common strat. I've casted a lot of Pacifice. I can't really say I've ever seen that strat being employed. So yeah, a cool little note from Hokori, and I just think it's interesting how they find these creative approaches. Sometimes it works out, or sometimes it doesn't work out, but a lot of the times it does. But moving forward from that, we do have the tank here at 37% here on Chapter 2. Obviously, going to be Hokori starting off on the Survivors. Going to be eyeing down a 2-2 with a Hunter Jockey for the first hit.
Yeah, and we do have in chat some people saying that Shinsu is trying to make it a closer game for us to enjoy. And I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't want to miss the car, and it just didn't work in his favor. But if that is the case, thank you, Shinsu. We have a good match coming up here. But opening attack is going to be a 2-2. We're going to have a Hunter and a Jockey for the Cappers. Boomer looks like he gets it between them. Oh, the Hunter stumble into the spit.
Wow.
Oh, that was beautifully done. The spit is not favorable, though. Oh, he falls off the other side, gets out of it. Actually, that's pretty good. The only thing that's a little questionable here is the Boomer died first, but due to the tank being up early, the question, is it so bad? I don't know now. Maybe it wouldn't be terrible if they could get like a pounce or a charge with that Boomer stumble spit. I'd like to see it as they did on that first hit. Well done.
Yeah, I like that they get to keep the spit alive as well. I would have loved to see the spit come out even earlier, but of course that's one of those spectator vision situations. But we do have another 2-2. Like you said, Boom died first, Spitter didn't die, so back to a 2-2. Charger Smoker for this one, and it does look like Vaso de Leche wants to fully cash this in, shenanigan free, on the stairwell. We'll see if they actually send it in, but that's what they're aiming for as Hokori approaches the stairwell.
Yeah, and there is the spitter.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Kind of awkward. Okay.
They gonna take the bottom path now? There's a spitter. It's very dangerous.
Okay. Well, with that, it's a lot less dangerous. Sitting in the charge, dodging the smoke. Okay, the spit does come out. Whoa! They all just run through it and eat it.
Oh no! That was 10% damage from spit.
Yeah.
No cappers needed.
And look at the spawns here, ready to go.
Ooh.
Okay, Skeet. They're not dropping through though. They're just gonna deal with it first. Some more spit coming out on standing survivors. And finally, this spit goes down.
What was that for?
I believe that was Ox Mickey making all that happen. 88 points for Ox Mickey here.
No!
Oh.
Shinsu!
And he's gonna go down. He's down.
Mickey
And
has
look at the tank.
He's just gonna go in to make sure he dies. He doesn't care if even Hokori runs. He's like, go ahead, run,
Wow.
guys. I'm guarding this. Put yourself in a
love it.
worse situation by running forward. Holy crap, no. What a play by Vaso de Leche.
Yeah. They were so patient. Corey was so patient. They let the hit come in. They dealt with it all, and then somehow the smoker still gets a way in. Mickey did lose 1,000 HP. He's gonna recommit with the drop down. What? The chase. He drops down onto Ro, but he's okay. Eventually connects with her. 2,500 HP left. I don't know if this was part of the plan for Vaso de Leche. 2k HP left with Ro shell down. Could this be a wipe at this area? Most certainly could be. The Charger will take one. Jockey Hunter, Tank will triple team the other one. They'll get it. They get the wipe against Hokori on, what was it, 37% tank? I mean, this is really not a tank favorite spawn. And Hokori is only going to get 177 points.
Wow. Big wipe coming out for Vaso de Leche. This is two of the top 5 teams from South America. No, we definitely can agree on this.
Yeah.
This is one of the top teams from there. Of course, there's a couple other that fight for those top 5 spots. A lot of them making up there. But right now, Vaso de Leche puts Hokori on the heels. They wipe them out on a map that is worth how much distance? This is a 600 distance, so if they just make it, they'll have about a 300-point delta with no bonus.
Yeah, chapter 3 and 4 are so huge for Pacifice. Let's see it. Awkward Hunter, he drops down, he loses 100 of his HP. Now it's only going to take 169. You know, the Skeet doesn't even have to get full damage. It can just be a decent Skeet. He's going to die on the commit. Jockey's still waiting as well. Okay, in comes hey, Jockey does land. Hunter manages to land as well, and he doesn't land on the railing either. He didn't even jump on the and he gets boom stumbled off the other end of the railing. Fracasso goes down to 49 HP. Definitely not the way you want to start this for Vaso de Leche. And Hokori is trying to get a Stranglethorn grip back on this match.
Yeah, they definitely are, and they are all back on the walls we were talking about due to getting wiped out, but now they did sack pretty impressively there. Wow. I didn't even realize they got that much damage, and they even stacked it to the quad. And the Boomer was the first to spawn. How that happens, I have no clue, Null, but it's very well done from Hokori. Very creative, infected. And they spring the trap. The Smoker Tongue breaks on Rochelle, even though it went for someone else. Oh, they landed 2 cap. Gets cleared. They'll suffer a little bit more damage here and all, but not as much as the 2-2 from the beginning. And now the question is, how fast can Vaso de Leche navigate? Because look at the hits that Hokori are getting. Very quick. And still able to pounce on this choke point, I believe.
Yeah, instant pill pop by Fracasso, recognizing that tempo is key here. They are all able to jump over. We just got a charger up. We got a jockey up as well. Not going to be the smoker here to try to interrupt. But all the same, Vaso de Leche is going to slow it down. Awkward spit.
No, I don't know if he could do that if he wanted to. He made it out the window.
One comes out. Boom up top. Charger jockey as well. And that one is just going to spawn in the tank. They all drop. I mean, yeah.
This is big now. Take it away.
Okay, Boom dead, but he gets 2. They're just going to auto-commit off this. It makes sense. But Zyko can't really get in there. Finally, finding Coach in the corner. He's only got 2k HP. And in come the SIs. Charger goes wide. Eventually connects, but he's immediately cleared. And Zyko only has 1,000 HP. I mean, yes, Zyko is the rock tank, yes, but he's got a white van and a dream here with 900 HP. Look, they're just going to walk it indoors. They're just going to LOS the tank. Simple as pie. Going to force him to walk into this bar, and when he does, they're going to break a bottle over his head and finish him off. Yeah, it's 3/4 of the bonus left. 70% of that bonus. They get a set of pills. Wow, look at the bonus pumping back up as we have to wait out for a Hokori response. And this is certainly not a good spot to be in if you're Hokori.
Wow, yeah, you are right now. Look at that massive point delta that's going to occur at the end of this, barring a quad, or they wipe out 975 points, barring they have the 2 most difficult choke points on this chapter to take yet. So that is still the possibility for Hokori. And I think right now Hokori is just going to play damage control now and try to knock this DB, because I don't see them able to halt them from making safe room, barring a quad landing.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely looking for shenanigans on the drop down, but it looks like Hokori considering sitting in here, which would be okay. That's what they're gonna do. One of those creative sparks, I suppose. Jockey will land. Hunter will, but not really in the spit. And that was a drop down hit sacrificed for
5%.
like, yeah.
And they had to eat pills, so that was where more of the bonus came from.
Yeah.
Not really damage. I like the idea, though, where the Hunter and the Spit spread. If the Charger was able to get in there with that Hunter stumble and get the other survivor in the Spit, it would have turned out to be a phenomenal call, but just weren't able to make it happen. And now they stack to do a tri-cap with the Boom. Probably, wow, no, it's hard to, it's amazing to say this, but due to where they're at, they might only have 2 full hits left.
I agree.
If they want to sack, they make sure they have good spawns for the end of the tunnel, too.
The bait. Bait's not quite done yet, but Ellis, Cannoli, working the angles so far. Smoke on one end, Jockey on the other. Tried to secure that charge. Okay. And they just reroute. They try to throw the smoke off guard. Charge cut.
Jeez.
Wow.
Did the Charger just get deleted?
I don't know. It just feels like the...
Jeez.
I mean, usually, you know, it takes... You have to shoot the gun, and then the health goes down, and then they eventually die. But this time around, 3SIs just completely implode in front of our eyes.
Especially the Charger. I mean...
Yeah.
He didn't even get the 10 damage. He just got the fist, and he tried to hit the wall. I know, it's just crazy to me. I don't know if he was chipped or not, but either way, they got the perfect sack rotation.
Yeah.
I think this is the best they can ask for the end of the tunnel. And man, Hokori right now is down about 200 points plus, and the bonus didn't even go in yet. No, this is going to be 4-digit lead, I would say, for Vaso de Leche, and Hokori with only 3 chapters yet. That's going to be hard to dig out.
The spawns are in. They're going to sit in very aggressive. Look at the laser on the charge again. Hunter hopping the long way, but the Ox Mickey turns around and one-shots him. And the hit's done. I mean, I was thinking maybe we focused down Fracasso there, Coach, but Coach was nestled. He was incubated in his with his other humans. He was third position, just like completely safe. And they saved all of that. 746 bonus gets locked in, combined with, of course, 600 distance. So 177 to 1344 for this chapter alone. And obviously, that is going to be Vaso de Leche with a massive pull away. After 2 chapters, there's still plenty to play out. But wow, I mean, Hokori, if there's any team that you would put the pressure on to be able to come back, it would be a team like Hokori, but still, I mean, this is a pretty troubling position for Hokori.
Yeah, they are down 1,039 points right now after 2 chapters of Pacifice. They do have 3 more to bounce back, but we were talking about it before the ready up. No, this finale is not the type of finale you want to be down in. It is extremely difficult to make up points. You only get a couple hundred points in between tanks. I'm talking like maybe 185 and then like another 210 and then another 210 between tanks. So you don't get anything at all for advancing on the finale, pretty much. So it is extremely hard, but let's see. Corey has 2 more chapters until that moment and all. Hunter, Smoker, Boomer, Charger. Retro attack with the charge. See if they can pull off some damage.
Yeah, we got a classic hit set up here. Smoker tried to pull one of the shotguns from around the tree. Hunter from the Yacht Club, as well as probably a rocket charge from that same spot with the boom on the opposite end. Would love to have a spit, but regardless, Smoke does eventually. He actually rerouted. He gave them a lot of rope, and the charge is just completely stranded. This is great for Vaso de Leche. I like the idea from Hokori, the movement of the Smoker, but ultimately, when the key pieces aren't able to land, the hit just falls flat. Very simple.
Yeah, and also, no, if that Charger lands in the back, he would have gotten a slam due to the separation in the front with the 2 survivors dealing with the Hunter and Smoker. So it was the right idea, just not able to pull it off. And the sack order was very impressive. Jockey, Hunter, Charger, Spitter coming out for Hokori afterwards. It looks like they're not waiting to hesitate. The Hunter wants to go, but the wait is called by the survivors. They back up. Charger misses. Jockey gets around the corner. This is going to be some good damage. Jockey's very healthy, too. They got to go around. Spitter getting the combo. Look at the survivors' HP down to slow. All the way down to 27. Great follow-up from Hokori, getting the bonus down below 85%. Great attack there, Nah. 12% damage plus.
I think a lot of people piloting the Spitter in that situation, it's a very easy SI to default on. Like, you see the Hunter land. Okay, Hunter lands. I spit on the hunt target. Very simple. But Hokori's Spitter was patient and targeted, and the jockey lands, and they recognize the only way to get this jockey cleared is to run through this one path. So I'm going to spit on it, I'm going to block it off, and they get a lot more damage onto Cannoli as a result. So I love the SIs, even the ones that are very default heavy. There is the adaptation there as well. We've got a quad here, not choosing not to send it early, but obviously going to have plenty of coverage on this static tank spawn. Charge is going to sit in first, which was the tank himself. Hunter will be able to follow up before the button is pressed. We still got a Smoker, we still got a Jockey. Looking good here, MK.
Yeah, and they are trying to protect Shockwave as well as they can. See if they can do so. Rock out the side. Doesn't get it. The door opens up. Shockwave is out pretty healthy. And he's trying to bait them to push him, and they're not going to. They're going to yield it back. He'll take a little bit of chip on the ladder, but not much. He gets out with less than 100 damage and able to get to the car with still first pass, 50% frustration. Oh, he's going to punch it that way. Interesting by Shockwave. And he's just holding rage here. No one's really shooting him either. He has unfavorable support, though. I think they need to sack something. I don't know, What do you think of this support? No Smoker either.
Yeah, it's very easy for the charge to get caught up on all these boat racks kind of things going on. So I wouldn't blame Shinsu if he did want to stack it out, but at the same time, charge can be a very useful tool. Just if you know, it's just a situation. Are you confident in your charger? Shinsu obviously looks like he's feeling pretty confident, so they'll go ahead and keep it. Shockwave is still first pass, right? Okay, so we still got the potential to do a proxy play, but it is going to be the commit here, at least with the car. No, he's just going to climb it up here.
Am I the only one that just noticed that this tank has no shoes on?
Ooh,
Just the sacrifice tank that's like this. Just
I
saying.
mean, how can you show up without shoes on? How does the tank put shoes on is really a better question.
His hands.
With his hand, yeah, you know, now that I mentioned that, yeah, his hands are pretty close to his feet at all times. Should be pretty easy.
Now oh, that was so close. No, you just fall. You got to fall rock into the shoes. That's what you have to do. It's
Oh,
definitely
God,
fall rock
yeah.
into him. Yeah, you know,
Okay.
it's all by
Yeah,
the
that
pose.
makes sense now. You got it.
But Shockwave, that I don't know if that car can be used either. No, I think it's in a bad spot. I think he just has to abandon it and maybe try to push them. He even tried to break the car with the rock, and they're not letting it happen.
Yeah.
He's still gonna go for it though. What do you think of this?
I mean, he's going to be hitting the environment first and foremost. He tries with the car. Okay, yeah, nice setup. But now it gets hit into the nether regions here. Double cap does land, trying to prevent that from getting broken. Rock will find Francis. Beautiful charge. Follow up. Continuing this SI attack. Car is getting tantalizingly close, but Shockwave is going to completely ignore it for better or for worse, and that's going to be it. He's going to get another smack, continue to break through the HB, but down he goes. He does a great job of spreading the love, of course, alongside his SI compatriots there. 30% of the bonus left. I got to say, it's a great team.
That was a very good tank, no, I would have to say. That it was, to be honest with you, that is phenomenal support. That tank was supported so well. It was amazing. They landed a 2-cap, and even though the survivors cleared it, they followed up with the other capper. They get the pounce pit in the corner. It won't do that much damage in there. The iframes on the spit.
Wow.
But they do still pack on some more damage. No in caps come out, though. They pop their last set of pills. 230 points left. About 30% left to navigate. This is a good job from Hokori here and all, but it wasn't the wipe. So at least looks like Vaso de Leche might be able to put up the full 500, which will not be good for Hokori, which will put them down about 1530 without their survivor round played.
They lost about 10% on that hit, but they did manage to find another set of pills. For Casa, we'll go ahead and pop that, give them some more longevity. They're going to be approaching a choke point. Jockey Hunter Charger Spit, massive hit. DB is a majority of the remaining bonus. It should get melted through if everything goes according to plan here. I mean, I feel like this hit's kind of fallen out of vogue, but I certainly will see it come in. Beautiful jockey angle, but unfortunately Charger had a similar, or Hunter had a similar idea there. They will just double team onto Lewis, and they lose another 100, but no downs, no like detours. They're just gonna be able to keep walking forward.
Yeah, and like we were saying, I don't know if the points really, the bonus matters a lot for Vaso de Leche. They know they got a good lead, but they need to get the full distance. Unfortunately, the Francisco is 1 HP. They do get him. Oh, Cannoli goes down here. This is dangerous now. They have 3 cappers. They 8-cap 1. They land the 2. It's going to be a wipe going out, and they deny him 104 points of distance.
Nice. Yeah, nice shutdown by Hokori. Not quite the tank wipe, but pretty much the next best thing they could have hoped for. And we return back to this very unfortunate scoreline situation. I kind of forgotten about it for a bit, but I mean, Hokori's going to need a very solid Chapter 3 tank. Obviously, nobody's going to be able to eat cars in this situation. If the car setup is really good from Vaso de Leche, then that's going to apply a lot of pressure because they cannot catch any strays here. Any slight misstep, any slight miscalculation, I forgot this variable, I didn't fully consider the extent of that variable. One wrong move, and this could be Hokori dead in the water here.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. And remember, no matter what they do, Null, the lead cannot be retaken on this chapter. They can only get, well, actually it can be, but 1,600 points is the perfect chapter. And, well, I mean, that is an FC.
Yeah.
Full combo, no
Right.
damage, no nothing. Not possible. But they will land the charger. Nice. That's pretty good damage without a spitter there, Null. They get almost 5% from them, taking away health off every survivor, just a little bit off of Zyko and Grizz, mainly onto Shinsu and Shockwave.
I mean, against Hokori, that is absolutely the best outcome you could have hoped for. 5% with no spit. You sack the boom smoke glass. You got the Charger Hunter Jockey spit ready to go right here. This is beautiful setup by Vaso de Leche. We'll see if they can finish their two-piece combo here. With this next hit, Hunter spawns in, gives some noise cues, and Hokori walking it back for the time being.
And for those that are just joining, Hokori got wiped out from the tank on Vaso de Leche on Chapter 2 of Pacifice. They only yielded about 100 points, and Vaso de Leche made safe room with bonus. That's how they got this lead. Oh, what a beautiful skeet coming out there. The jockey lands. Charger doesn't find a target. The spit was very late. I mean, they do get some damage out of that and all, but not much at all. Zyko lost about 8 HP, a little bit onto Shockwave, and they're going to be able to get to this event, but not without the special infected to protect their tank. And they have 1,004 bonus pre-tank, only 0.3 in that perfect score we're talking about and all. But now it's time to guard the tank. Let's see how well Vaso de Leche can protect Francisco.
Yeah, we got the smoker. For Casso, the tank is going. He's the hunter, so we'll probably just see him go for a pounce on the first target as it comes in. And then we got a boomer jockey, of course, but the crux is going to be the smoker who's standing inside the building. Is just going to be trying to be really annoying. Of course, I believe the smoke is like a conal attack and attaches to the person on the very far back. That one will be taking Shockwave. I think Hokori, if they can position properly, they might be able to protect the door opener. But the thing is, yeah.
Did he get him in the fire, no?
I was wondering about that. It was definitely okay. Smoke pull. This is not working, and Hokori is going, or rather, Vaso de Leche is just going to be able to take the long route back. Still 6,000 HP.
Well done by Francisco and his friends as the tank slide down the big container. Smoker goes in and kills himself here. I think they just want to get the spawns that they want. The only downside with taking that scenic route and all is you lose a lot of rage. And this is interesting. They're going to kill their charger now. I think they killed Smoker Chargers. We're going to have the Hunter Jockey and a Boomer. And now they're going to commit with just a 2-cap. But this Boomer needs to land to have any value for this tank commit whatsoever. He's about to go AI. He needs to start going in already. Okay. Car is in. Not in the greatest of spot. Tries to get some damage with that. Not going to get it. Car comes in. Oh my gosh. Survivor is capped.
No.
Oh, you cannot. I cannot believe that worked out for Hokori like that. And this tank's going to have to get out of here before he starts losing a lot of his HP. I don't know what he's going to be able to do here. If he gets a rock, they'll probably get another one if they try to be aggressive. Okay, he's going in. Gonna try for the car here. Shockwave. Oh, it misses. Nothing's gonna come out of it. He chases the survivor. He gets a corner on him. Damage stumble successful. Car comes flying in. Oh my goodness, it almost hit Shockwave again. No hit on Bill here. He's just trying to get desperation with his car. Oh my goodness, he tries to corral the boom survivors. And it looks like the survivors hide. Oh, he gets a triple punch! And he dies off.
What?
Oh my gosh. What incredible value from that low health tank, Null. I cannot believe he ended with a triple.
Yeah, that is going to be able to get rid of about 300 extra bonus at the tail end with his play on less than 1,000 HP. We've got a follow-up hit pretty much right. They're sitting it so early. I mean, they didn't even have their 4th SI up. Now the charge is still in ghost form. Kind of awkward when you consider how good the spot is just a couple seconds later, but Vaso de Leche wanted to try to catch him off guard. It didn't work. Okay, charge comes in into the spit. Jockey carries.
Oh, this is beautiful by Vaso de Leche now. That's well done.
Yeah. It looked like when they were at 800 bonus with the take almost dead, I was like, okay, here it is. This is the comeback situation. Now we're at less than 400 bonus just moments later, and it's looking a lot less appetizing. That being said, obviously, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Another hit comes in at this choke point. Charger, cheeky, no. Goes very wide with it onto Lance. Smoke Spit still alive. We could have a potential reset here to try to bleed out the survivors with the Smoker if Hokori is not awake. But, I mean, Hokori's making pretty fast progress, all things considered.
Yeah, they are holding the W key. They know they don't have full spawns for this choke point. They want to get by it. They do get by it. There is no reset. This is the last hit for Vaso de Leche, and it is a stinker. It's the Poo 2. The jockey gets M2. The pull and the spit was successful for a ding. They got a little bit value out of that, but not much at all. To be honest, no, I think that's the best they could have asked for with that 2-2. They're lucky they got a tick of spit in general. The spitter will be able to delay this, but there's not enough timer to let the teams all get back in. Here goes the spit. He's just going to run through it. They do get a little bit of damage, and they make up a couple points. What is the total? Okay, they make up 424 points on this chapter of the 1,030 they were deficited in, and they're still down about 600 yet. No, they have an uphill battle with 2 chapters left.
Yeah, I mean, this is very much more attainable by Hokori. They get not quite half the bonus or half the points that they were lacking, but I mean, we've got still time left to do this. And it's funny to think back. I mean, Chapter 1, it was Hokori setting the bar so high with a massive point lock-in on Chapter 1. Vaso de Leche was able to match. This time around, they're able to decently match, but you just have that thought in the back of your mind, like, this is Chapter 4 Pacifice. A lot of the time, the tank can't find a lot in the open areas, but sometimes he does. And obviously, this gives Hokori plenty of room to be able to come back with. Boomer ready to go. They don't trigger it. They don't pop it. Boom doesn't come out, but they do kill the Smoker. They got the spit spawn.
Why is the Hunter pouncing though? I don't get it.
Spit damage, I suppose.
Yeah. I don't know. No, in my little cheekiness, they had 2 survivors in the door. Why don't you just walk that Hunter around and get a 12 damage scratch?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean,
easy from the caster chair, you know? Easy to see those things.
Yeah. They still managed to make 3.5% out of that, so hey. And we got a quad as well. Hunter's in. He goes on the back line, but Smoke already grabs it, finds Row. Unfortunately, the Charger won't do it. The other 3 all land. Charge smacks coming in hot. Okay, that's going to be quite a bit of damage. Drops him down to 80% of the bonus. Hokori.
Wow, what a separate. That Smoker was the first to land now and was I think that's almost the last to clear. It was like there was a constant 2 cap out of that quad for the entire time. They do clean it up though, but like you said, 80% bonus left. That was about a 16% damage hit coming out there from Hokori onto Vaso de Leche. And not only that, they didn't even get out of this building yet, and they have spawns to deal with on the other side. This is the 3rd hit already, mind you.
Yeah, great point. Great point. And we have Shockwave getting up. I mean, the team bought enough time. They didn't want to deal with the boom. And instead, they're going to have to deal with the charge and the boom here as they do clear out their corners. Obviously, joining the charge boom, we've also got the Hunt Spit. 2-2, yes, but a pretty scary hit to deal with at a transition like this. Boom finds 1, and they slow it down still.
Oh my goodness, they haven't hit him a lot and all, but they haven't pretty much gone nowhere since the start. It's been almost 3.5 minutes yet, and the survivors haven't got out of the second building yet, or the first building. So Hokori is dragging it, but there's no bleeding, so it's not really much than a game between the survivors and the infected. They're going to try to pick this boomer off the top. Here he comes, trying to reboom again. Is he going to get another one? Oh, he gets another one! Are they going to go back inside? Oh. No, okay, they transition out. The commons are extremely delayed. I don't even know where the commons are. The tank is now up. Spit delay is coming in. And they're just going to... Charger will land. Okay, they get the clear. Hunter gets skeeted. And they'll be able to retreat safely. But some of them just ran through that spit. And they managed to lose 10% bonus from that, believe it or not. The Hokori's laying it on. And Vaso de Leche is just taking damage now. A lot.
Beautifully done. It was a head scratcher for me. And whenever it's a head scratcher, it's usually because there's some kind of tank interaction that I'm not paying attention to. Yes, Hokori let them walk out. They let them get free roam, but oh, nice card. But it was all because they knew that Vaso de Leche was going to be running back into that building. Oh my god, the tank, now he's going to give me an opportunity. He gets one card, and he's immediately in. First pass here, trying to catch him off guard. The hittable control is insane, but look at Vaso. They bring it in the auto shop, and this is a pretty controversial decision. We got a smoker jockey and a charger. Charger coming in from the side, no, biding his time still. A smack onto Lewis. Trying to get the follow-up. Lewis pops his pills, but he's going to be going down all the same. No. Still has time. The charge gets it, but the tank is dead. Wow. Okay, 40% of the bonus left. They survived the tank. And what do you think, MK, about that decision to take it back into the auto shop?
Yeah, they just wanted it. They didn't want to die, no. They were accepting damage, and they took it. And believe me, they actually took a lot of damage. They lost 32% of their bonus during the tank. And it's still a good tank coming out there by the special infected. The damage spread is great. Not what they were looking for the wipe, but if they get some good hits here and all, they will be crawling the rest of the chapter. So they still have half the way to go. So Hokori, I would say, is a little on point right now with their infected. They just got to get some good damage right here on this hit.
Oh, nice pop on the boom. Not quite going to get the hunter as well. We'll get the spitter, though. Francis, watch where you're going. Just got to clear the hunter off last. He's just going to be hopping around, goes for the decommit, and allows Vaso de Leche to pass forward in this wide open space.
Oh, Francis almost got the hunter. Look at that. He chipped it down a little bit. He chased it. I don't think you'd be able to kill it off completely, but that is a weak hunter. Because after he despawned, he got 168 HP, so he actually almost got him. Holy crap, no.
He goes back into Ghost again. Now he's 209.
He had to. He almost got picked by that survivor. That would have been devastating. The charger, oh my gosh, that charger was beautiful. The hunter overshot it completely and fell into the boatyard. But all right, a little bit of damage, not much though. They're still at 33.7. 445 bonus as they come up to the gravel hill. R.I.P. Sticks.
Oh, yeah. At least it wasn't a large body of water for that hunter to fall into. I will say that much. He's able to jump back up. And this is okay. They send in the jockey. They don't want that. They have to down Bill. And we've got what was the plan with that jockey, MK?
I think they wanted a different capper instead of the jockey. They're going to get the hunter instead, I believe. Yeah. I am not 100% sure why. I think they want to pounce somebody, and so they can clear it and then land on it when the pickup happens, maybe. But it's a boomer, so they're going to have a 2-2. Isn't what they really wanted. They're going to get... Oh, this survivor's way too far up here. The smoker could grab him. Oh, the charger ready? Oh, the charger... Oh, he clears it the wrong angle. No, I think he had to go and curve around and take him the other way.
Yes, I agree. That would have made that a lot more convincing to kill off the smoker. Was it? I mean, it looked insane from, I believe, Ox Mickey there, but it works out. Vaso de Leche not only getting 400 bonus locked in, making it more difficult for Hokori to come back, but I mean, they're still threatening big bonus as well.
Yeah,
got a hit on the barge.
342. Oh, that's a lot of points.
It is. Hunter does eventually land, but no spit with that. Very minor damage. Everything else gets mopped up, and they're just gonna keep pushing through. We've got like one hit left. I don't know. Cannoli's pretty slow. I mean, obviously multiple members are limping, so I don't know. I think we got one hit left, MK.
Yeah, it might be one, maybe two. They probably might just kill the boomer here to make sure they get another one, unless they... Nope, they're going to send it. They're going to full send this. If they can manage to get an in cap, I believe they'll be rewarded with one desperation hit at the safe room door, maybe?
Yes.
Or if they hit Cannoli down to 1 HP and don't in cap him, because 1 HP crawl is slower than in cap and pick up. So that is also an opportunity, but points on everybody. And remember, in caps are worth 5% DB, so the question is, what is Hokori going to spring it on? Charger from the back. Oh, he almost got Bill. That was close. That was very creative from Hokori, but they're not able to get it. And I believe they might be able to actually crawl in.
Imagine if they got Francis there. I mean, he is 15% HP. So even if this last hit comes out and is able to break through that DB, they're still strong with some bonus. We got one player going down at an inopportune moment as the hit's ready to go. Hunt smoke with spit boom. Hunter spawned in. Ox Mickey is quite low. In he goes onto Ox Mickey. Spit comes out as well. Down goes Ox Mickey. With the stumble onto Francis, he's wrapped around all these commons. Okay, they will be able to get the pickups. How much bonus left? I mean, it's still bonus though, right? It's still going to be something here. 178. It's going to go up probably over 200. 238. They will be able to walk in with the full 600. Okay.
All right, now we could do a little damage point evaluation with Hokori needs to make this even after 1. So they'll get, pretty sure this is 600 distance. Yeah, 600 distance will give them 2865. So they need about a little bit less than 900. It was 840 and change bonus. I think they need a little bit more than that, maybe 850 around that vicinity is what they need, and it is absolutely possible. But it's going to come down to this tank, and this tank has the ability to get some damage onto the survivor team from his support when they run back while he gets cars into play. Because you definitely don't not want to fight that tank up front where the survivors spawn the tank at. No, definitely don't want to be there.
Right. Another early spawn in for the SIs. Smoke Boom die first. And Hunt Spit. No, Spit's going to be able to survive.
Doesn't want
no,
to, though.
He's just going to walk. Yeah, he doesn't want to.
And they just push her out of the way. Oh, they don't want to chance it. They're going to wait for it. And I do agree with the wait, so not much damage. 2.5% comes out from the special infected. Almost a mirror from the other side. Honestly, 2 scratches with the Hunter would have done more damage, no, just saying.
Just saying.
It is true. I'm telling you, when in doubt...
It's true.
When in doubt, M2.
Scratch it out.
when in doubt, scratch it out. I like that. Charger lands a beast charge, gets a slam! Corey taking damage here. 93.8. All the damage came from that slam.
Now, I'm curious. Hokori, surely they don't want to take it inside for this. I feel like they need to maximize their potential to preserve bonus. I'm not sure how you feel about it, but one thing is for sure before the tank comes in, we're going to have a 2-2. But again, this is that situation where they would prefer to hit on the run back, possibly.
Yeah, I think that is absolutely what they. I don't know, no. It's really hard to say. You're playing a Hokori, you got to try to throw him curveballs. You have the lead. So do you want to play it safe? You know, you just need. It's tough. And the question is, how is Hokori feeling? Are they going to accept playing it safe inside and suffering an in cap and just going to the finale with a couple points down? Or do you risk the biscuit and fight out in the open field with hittables everywhere, taking no in caps? You know what I mean? It's all on what do you think you can pull off. And to be honest with you, no, I think they have to play outside with all the cars. That's just my opinion. Bit delay successful. Jockey dies. Boomer grabs 1. There is a Hunter that, as long as there's no stumbles, it won't cause a big delay. Okay, they don't get the stumble. Boomer comes in, just going to get pushed away. They shouldn't proxy him on anybody else. And they are successfully back in the building as Afterlife is bringing the hatchback in play. And This should be easily punched over. And it is indeed.
Wow.
Okay, no,
unfortunately, wow.
So we're
They're
definitely
gonna
going
fight it
chapter
inside
5. We're
too.
definitely going chapter 5 then. If they're going to accept a corner like this now, they're definitely accepting to go to chapter 5. Otherwise, they would be outside right now, in my opinion.
Afterlife gonna be doing this tank. All you, MK, take it away.
He is in. He's lost about 2K upon the truck. He gets his corner early. He misses a punch there. Gets a follow-up on a different survivor. Misses a punch there. It's a 2-cap. Gets cleared pretty quickly. Smoker's going to help. Gets cleared. Jockey's still riding. Tank is going to try to get the 2 outside. Can he get one more? He misses a punch there. He gets a punch there, and that is a dead tank. And Hokori will have 64.4% bonus, 821 points. And no, they still have the ability to take the lead after this chapter, but not by much.
And this is a pretty worrisome situation for Vaso de Leche. If this falls through their fingers, it's going to be very awkward. The beautiful team ski as the hunter just tosses them one. They do trigger the car alarm while dealing with the boom. We still got to charge Spit here with the forward. Charge breaks down the doors, just stumbles though. They're going to be able to avoid the Spit entirely, taking very minimal damage. Sure, the car alarm slows them down a bit, but nothing comes of it. Shinsu is going to have to keep popping pills, but, you know, it is what it is. It's only one player who has to pop those pills for now.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if they push 810 bonus remains on their person. Remember, they needed, I forget what we said. Was it 680? I forget what I said.
I think they need like 800 bonus.
Okay,
so there is 1,400 points.
So the lead can't be taken here, so they have to just get as close as they can and call Chapter 5, or else, if there is no Chapter 5, Vaso de Leche will knock down Hokori to the loser bracket.
Right. Of course, this is an upper bracket match, so this is a winner bracket match, so nothing to worry about either of these teams getting sent home, but one of them will be banished to the lower bracket. Quite a fearsome opponent to be facing off against no matter who it is. Could be Hokori here. We got a Charger, Spitter, Smoker, Hunt for the climb up, and this is another very, very integral part of this chapter. We're gonna have to see how Hokori takes it, if they can avoid the damage that is about to come out.
Look out! Crow!
All right, they retreat down now.
Smoker spawns in, but Hokori doesn't bite.
See that?
Playing it safe.
You see that?
No.
Hunter lands a 2-cap. Charger misses. They'll get some good damage.
Look at the chaos!
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Shockwave getting fisted and all.
Fisted in the spit while trying to clear the smoker that is just completely ripping away. They got to pop a bunch of pills. They are going to make it up, but they're down to 585 bonus, and we've still got more hits left to go. One major hit. Of course, this barge hit is tough to make work, but
yeah, we all know what I was cracking a joke about. Or not maybe cracking a joke about, but asked if you've seen there, was because this hill is notorious for Snicks getting banned and being caught for cheating, unfortunately. So now it's kind of a staple. Whenever that choke point comes, everybody wants to watch the SI, you know what I mean, all to see what happens. And Hunter did not walk on the hill. Just saying.
Whoa.
He started and stopped.
Uh-oh.
And immediately started crouch walking, so...
Investigate it.
Just saying.
311. Investigate it.
I'm just saying, that's how I noticed it, but this is center with anti-cheat, so technically it should pretty much be covered, but I call it like I see it. As a Hunter, Smoker, Spitter, Charger come in, this is Corey's last hit they're going to have to take. They do still have quite a bit of bonus left, but the other team also walked in with more points. The Charger just gets a stumble, no spit. All right, so Corey's going to win the round by a couple hundred, but no, are we going to see GG, or are we going to go to the next chapter? Does Vaso de Leche beat Hokori here without needing a finale, or are we going to go one more? Let's see what happens when the safe room approaches.
Surely we are going finale here. Hokori has gotten within the range of this finale being very much within grasp. They're down, 400 points, and we do not see any GGs as predicted. away we go to the Pacifice finale.
Here we go, guys. Chapter 5. It is a possibility. We're going to see it. Can Hokori come back from Vaso de Leche after being down from Chapter 2? It is the question. I don't know. Remember, Null, there is a lot of tanks. A lot of them. So Vaso de Leche, if they can just survive 2 tanks, Null, I don't know what Hokori is going to do to be able to come back. I'll be honest. I don't know how they can mount a comeback, because you need to make it with a bonus. And just making it to the safe room on this chapter with 3 tanks is a heck of a challenge.
Are you joking?
Yeah, I think it goes without saying that Hokori is going to need to outplay Vaso de Leche here on this finale. If they go toe-to-toe, it's going to be Vaso de Leche able to lock it in. We're going to... I would say first tank wipe is what they need, maybe second. But yeah, we're gonna see. Obviously, there's a lot of hittables, and the question is like, do you want to use all the hittables on your first tank? Because after the tank dies, any hittables that the tank smacks will be disappearing. So obviously that's going to be a factor. I assume we'll see Hokori just send in everything that they want to right away, because they need to stop Vaso de Leche in their tracks pretty much right out the gate.
And right now, there's a lot of talking going on by the survivors. Nobody's AFK now. Look at this conversation. I think they're trying to debate what they want to do here. And one thing that I have noticed that no players really do anymore is that there is no consequence for starting more than 1 generator at a time. There is no multiple tanks on zone mod, so it's not going to happen. I wonder if you would see multiple generators started at the same time, but here we go. Final chapter about to begin. See what they could do with the opening set of spawns. Jockey, Boomer, Charger, Hunter. Vaso de Leche on top. Couple 100 points. Charger looks like he wants to come around the corner. He gets a fist. Jockey doesn't find his target, Francis. But the Charger gets a little bit of respectable damage onto 1. And considering the Charger got a fist and landed, that'll be about 4%. But believe it or not, Naw, with 18... Wait, is it only 700 distance? Really?
Believe it or not.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. They lowered the distance? I don't know if I agree with that. No, there's 3 tanks, so I think 800 is perfectly respectable. But this is what we're casting now. 2-2 about to come in. Hunter finds a target, gets skeeted out of the sky. Charger lands. Oh my goodness! What a Charger, finding a target there with the Hunter distraction and a good follow-up as the bonus drops down to 14-14 as they trigger the first generator. And Zyko's about to be inbound with the first tank for Hokori.
All right. We got Zyko still in 12 seconds left. I mean, I'm kind of looking at the distance points. Continue to go up. Wow! The jockey catch. I mean, it's not anything too crazy, but it does get some damage in. Hunter catches on the isolation inside of the side room. Yeah, I mean, Vaso de Leche is not playing this very cleanly at all. They dip down almost 20%. It's pretty massive for just 1 SI going in here, 1 SI there. They're making it work. Obviously, no one having to pop pills.
They're actually getting a lot of time before this tank spawns. I thought it was a little bit quicker than that. Oh, there it is. 1 fist, 2 fists. Oh, they don't get the charge spit, though. Boomer, AI Boomer waddles around, dies off, and Zyko will have the... Wait a minute. Yeah, the 5th tank of the game for his tournament team into the hands of Zyko. I've forgotten all. This is one of the rare times where we get to say the number 7 without having a 2-game match.
Yeah.
Oh, what a curve!
Oh, my.
Oh, he tried to get him around the corner, but he missed the jump. That would have been an end cap and all. He missed it. Zyko got stuck around the corner. There was a little clip around that bush, and he forgot about it. That was an end cap and all for sure, 100%.
Yeah. Attempt comes out with the Rock play. Rock will get skeeted. Hunter lands for a brief moment. I'm just so hung up on the fact that Vaso de Leche got 196 points of bonus basically for free. It's blowing my mind. But regardless, we'll see if they can survive the tank or not. Obviously, with 200 distance already found. This is going to be like if they can't wipe right away, this is going to be very, very tough for Hokori. We do have Zyko here getting chipped out. About 600 points of life gone. Boom, Smoker Charger into the rock. He's still first pass. Charger gets some smacks into... Okay. Getting some more damage in, but no rocks.
Not today. Vaso de Leche is like, our name is not Osu. It's not going to happen. Sorry. You're not going to rain rocks about us. Oh, there's a survivor separated. Oh, this is a big rock. And he gets the rock. No, he gets one anyways.
Vaso de Leche, like, let's just stay together. What's with this separation over and over again? Jockey tries. Jockey gets in for a brief moment. No, rock's not going to come out yet. But I mean, Zyko's back to first pass, 80%. He's chilling.
Yeah, I tell you what, no, there's not very many tanks in Left 4 Dead where you and myself get to both cast the same tank, but usually when it comes to Zyko or Hokori members, we actually get to switch back and forth like we're just hitting normal hits. It's very unorthodox for Hokori what they do with their tank play, which is impressive, but now they've taken that ability to rock away, unless he's just going to walk inside and do it again. But here comes his cappers. All right, he's in. He gets a corner too. The Hunter lands, the Charger lands, and Zyko throws a rock. He lands another rock, and he decommits with 4,600 HP, and he is looking to drain Vaso de Leche of their morale, not just wipe them with his tank.
This is insane. Does he go for the recommit? No, but he gets chipped for quite a lot. I like the heads up chipping from Vaso de Leche. Why is it that it's always Hokori that finds these perfect decommit windows? I do like that Vaso de Leche is able to keep him somewhat honest, but he's still got 4K on the recommit here. Smoker is in. Hunter, Jockey, they all get in into a rock, and Zyko's going to walk away again. Oh my god!
It's another rock, no! I don't know how many hits. It is actually 5 hits and decommits that he has gotten so far. And he still has over 50% HP. It's crazy.
Oh my god, he's still got 3,400. They do get some more chip on him, but he's first passer. He's just relaxing. We got a Smoker, Boomer, Charger. In comes a hit. Once again, Charger will find Bill. Separation. Once again, 360 rock. He's going to get Lewis in the corner while the Charger continues to smack down. But is this enough? Now Zyko's going to go decommit again. But he's in a side room. 600 HP left. They just need to kill the tank, right? Just kill him. They kill him. They do have to pay with a down onto Lewis. But, I mean, MK, the distance is going back up. I think Vaso de Leche might have just done it with that.
Yeah, they do kill the first tank. That was more important than anything. Now they get the additional points. The Hunter will land on the target. Spit will follow up. A little late, though. No dings from it. But that is fine from Hokori. They just want to make sure they get their special infected up. But now that this is the second generator, the tank is going to spawn much quicker. And let's see how much additional points they've gotten since they killed the tank. They're at 196 at tank. They're at 308 right now. So they got an additional 100 points and change. Still going up. And looks like they're going to hold the ground up top here this time instead of over in that corner. Interesting.
Trying to do the math on this, but let's focus on the hit for the moment. Smoker into Hunter, into Charge. He's going to get a smack. Boom. Knocked away. I think we're at the point where Hokori's gonna need bonus at the end of the day.
Yeah, they needed a wipe with the first tank in order to avoid that. Now it's bonus time. There's still points accumulating. They're gonna hit the next generator. I don't know if they get more points for that, but the tank is up, and that will stop the points from accumulating now. So 196 was the first tank. 364 was the second. Carcup, no way! He hits him with a hittable from another zip code! And it looks like this is gonna be the end for Vaso de Leche. Oh, what a skeet. Nice rock. Oh, there is 2 tanks! What is going on? I take it back now.
There's only 2 SIs, bro.
I didn't know there could be 2 in this. I thought that was patched. I don't no idea what I'm talking about. Cannoli is getting hit by double tanks. The other tank's just hitting hittables. The other one's cornering. Cannoli gets free. He is out of the corner somehow. He's going to try to save some of his teammates. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Oh, the dumpster comes flying. The charger comes in. Oh, the charger gets hit with the car this time. The tanks are trying to get him. Can he pick up somebody? He's going to try. Charger coming in. Can he delay it? No, the tank stops him. Oh, he gets punched. And that is going to be it. The two tanks clean it up. Look at this. No, clip it and ship it. We won't see this probably ever again, but there are two tanks in. And I didn't think it was possible, but it shows you how little I really know about Left 4 Dead in 2025.
Hey, we're all learning. Well, we're not all learning. Shout out to the player learning, but regardless, we are all learning something new every day. It didn't even feel like zone mod anymore. It felt like some kind of custom game mode tournament that we're watching. But let me get to the meat and potatoes, which is the fact that Hokori needs 63 points of bonus alongside full 700 distance. That is the exact score. Specifically, they need 74 points of bonus to win this at this point. And they are going to have to survive 3 tanks and get to the safe room. First it comes out, smoke pull, very brief, very little damage.
All right, so we know one thing. No, go ahead.
It's getting there. The bonus, I will say, it ended up being worth 4%. It's getting there.
Yeah, they cleared off pretty nicely, but nonetheless, they're going to be able to push up, get that generator started to get these tanks up in rotation. But remember now, we noticed that the first generator, there is a delay before the tank spawn. The next ones, there is not. It's almost instantaneous. One thing to note here going into this tank fight. But next attack is going to be Hunter Jockey Charger Spitter. Going to go in quick. Hunter comes away. Does find a target. Spit Charger misses though. It's just a pound spit. And 2 attacks in, less than 7%. Here we go. Generator should be started. Whoa, wait, okay. I thought Francis was going to start that generator. No, he looked like he was getting excited. I think he was actually looking for the spitter. But still, I thought he was getting overzealous there to trigger the event. I was like, whoa, what are they doing here now? They went 3 tanks at once or something? What's going on?
Right. I was wondering if maybe they want them more difficult to trigger generator first. I think maybe that was the idea for Francis. But regardless, a hit is in. Hunt Spit will be good. And, you know, if you're landing Hunt Spits, I think you basically, you're making good headways, essentially. Trying to get him to dip below 90% bonus. Not quite going to happen yet, but... I will say, we saw Vaso de Leche with some pretty questionable grouping efforts. So, if Hokori can do a better job, this tank might be able to be mitigated quite effectively. If we don't see anybody bleeding out, if a tank isn't able to properly play a proxy game, this might be a lot more difficult for Vaso de Leche than it was for Hokori. Hit, ready to go. Hunter will get skeeted out. Charge, melted, spit. Just trying to hope to find some standing spit. We'll find a little tick there. But we've got life. First tank of the finale for Vaso de Leche. I'm curious, what hittables is he going to decide to bring in here?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out which route he's trying to take here. Okay, he wants to get away from the survivors to toys without taking damage, and it looks like he's found the route. He's still 6k HP. Right now his support is Retro. And the question is, how many toys is he going to bring in with the first tank now? How many is he going to use? It looks like at least 3.
Oh, there's the separation we were talking about. I mean, okay, car goes wide, but after it, life gets reset to first pass 100%.
Grabbing a machine gun.
And now he's forced to LOS himself unless he wants to lose some HP. And he has still lost quite a bit already. Still is at 5166 though. That's actually pretty much chip. And Hokori's just going to yield back to the top of the hill on the other side of the building. And now the tank is down on the ground. Charger misses. He'll get a reset rock, so life gets his rage back. And he is committing with nothing? Okay. Life? Question. It's behind the dumpster.
Yeah.
I guess they really... Oh my goodness, he's almost dead now. Oh. Free rock.
You can't be eating those.
Another one? Nope. All right, now this tank damage evaluation. I mean, he's gotten damage, but it's just all on Shockwave. There's like no damage on anybody else. Before it goes in, Smoker misses. Boomer grabs one. Car comes in. It's gonna fall short, and he is gonna be down 3 hittables. So I don't think he's gonna be able to hit anymore and save him for the other tanks. No, I think he's got to save the rest. Don't hit that dumpster. Oh, I thought he was gonna hit that dumpster. No, I was getting nervous for a minute.
Yeah, he does go second pass. I mean, Hokori's continuing to transition through, which kind of gives potential gaps for Vaso de Leche to play around. But it's just a bait. They run it back in.
He punched another car. Now they have one less car.
Did. And okay, maybe one more smack. No, nothing. I think back to when he lost like 2,000, 2,500, maybe even 3K HP, needlessly approaching. It looked like Zoe was so close to getting down, and he committed so much life trying to find it, but it ultimately didn't work out. Hokori goes to immediately start triggering another generator. They've got 2/3 of the bonus left. This is still doable for them, but with Shockwave bleeding out, they're going to have to continue to pop pills if Vaso de Leche plays the slow game. So I do expect that to be a factor as well.
All right, they're just setting the charger by himself. Boomer gets a proxy, pull him into the spit, which is very good follow-up. But remember now, they killed one tank. They got rid of 33% of the bonus. So as long as they can keep that average up, Vaso de Leche will win. And oddly enough, the tank hasn't spawned yet. It's been delayed. Remember how fast it spawned on the other side? It was like instant.
Right. I'm not sure the magic behind Pacifice's tank coding, but we are waiting out the second generator for the time being. Ox Mickey gonna have his work cut out for him. Hit comes in. Jockey, no. Hunt, yes. Hunt spit is good. Into the charge. No, they will be able to instant clear that, or really clear it before he even gets close. But look at Shockwave. Shockwave was the focus. They've got 2 sets of pills left, and Shockwave is almost down to 1 HP, so he's gonna be popping another set, and they've got a whole nother tank to deal with after this one as well. So this is some very important information as Ox Mickey climbs up. He's gonna be trying to get Vaso de Leche that bit closer towards the finish line. In comes a hit with the rock. Not gonna be able to find anything, not properly synced up. That's gonna be a hit gone for Vaso de Leche. With the down, wow.
That
way
was
too close.
really close. No, that was really close. That might have solidified it if he lands that dumpster.
Yeah.
All right, but do look at the bonus though. Now, remember they were at 66% at the start, and now they're still getting damage. It's not a lot, but down to 51.8. He is still first pass too, so no matter what, he can't go AI here. This tank needs to get an in cap on a green health survivor, and if he's able to do that now, I believe that'll take the bonus down to about 38%, close to that. But I think he has to commit no matter what here. Yeah, this is a commit. And also note, he committed a second hittable with this tank as well that he's not even going to use now. All right, this one's yours. Take it away.
Shockwave knocked into the smack. He's bleeding. He is going to go down. And look at the SIs getting in. Jockey trying to carry away as well. Car comes out. Maybe he just kills off Shockwave with this. The car will come into play. Shockwave is so dead. And so are the hopes and dreams of Hokori as Zyko is going to go down and get grinded out as well. 3k HP left on Ox Mickey. Well, he does hit the car pretty far, but it's a very forgivable way to play this out. Actually, he's just going to go in for the kill at this point. Some smacks onto Francis. Down goes Chris, chasing down Shinsu. And with that, it will be Vaso de Leche sending Hokori down to the lower bracket of Copa Peru. 2k HP left on Mickey as Shinsu tries whatever fantasy he can cook up here, but the fact is, 2 survivors dead, 1 tank left to deal with, 1 hunter skeeted, and 1 dumpy to the face for the GGWP. Incredible performance. I gotta say, both of these teams have had their moments in 2025 where they have stumbled. I expected to see Hokori back at their position of kind of top of the world, but with a stumble here to Vaso de Leche, it kind of brings that into question. And you got to hand it to Vaso de Leche. They played out of their minds here today.
Yeah, they managed to get the upset victory over Hokori, 4,076 to 3,677. GG, and congratulations to Vaso de Leche, knocking down Hokori into the loser bracket, as you were saying. Very impressive and always an entertaining play from the top 5 from South America whenever they play each other.